Well, on the screen here, you can see two faces. I would like you to raise your hand if you think that the right face is real. Now, I would like you to raise your hand if you think the left face is real.
Okay, so everyone thinks these faces are real. Well, I have to tell you, the left face is not real. So you might ask yourselves, how was this face created?
Well, this face and these faces right here were created by a computer using artificial intelligence.
About 2 years ago, Matthijs and I were very intrigued by the topic of AI. And about 1.5 years ago, we decided to make our PWS together, which is simply a project where Dutch high school students have to conduct some kind of research. We created a program using AI where we could differentiate our voices based on solely the vowel A. And along the way, as we were learning, we also began reading more about the philosophical aspects of AI.
Now, for our research, we focused on speaker recognition. However, there are other ways of recognizing people that you may be already more familiar with, such as fingerprint recognition or facial recognition. Now, in contrast to facial recognition, this technology right here is capable of creating an entirely new face, which looks almost human. And this is a rather new technology, and yet it can already create faces with an astonishing accuracy.
And there are so many more fields of AI that are currently going on. Take Tesla, for example. Tesla's cars are already capable of driving completely on their own. They're doing this using previous experiences in simulations as well as real-world traffic examples. Tesla's cars make decisions based on these trainings.
Well, this is exactly the way we humans learn to drive as well. But there's one key difference. The AI in a Tesla car is only capable of driving a Tesla car. It can, for example, beat someone in chess or recognize a person's face. It is only specialized in one specific type of task, and therefore this AI is called Artificial Narrow Intelligence, abbreviated as ANI, as it is only specialized in a specific skill set.
Now imagine an AI that could do everything as well as humans can. We would call this type of AI Artificial General Intelligence. This type of AI could do your homework perfectly, drive any car, and cook any 5-star meal. But this AI could also program itself faster than any human can. And this version can create itself even faster.
So if we were to create a program that could recursively improve itself, then the increase in capability of such a program would increase exponentially, eventually reaching a point AI researchers call a singularity. And when an AI has reached a singularity, it is far beyond an AGI. It is called Artificial Superintelligence, or ASI. And the capabilities of such a system would be beyond any human comprehension.
Such an ASI could possibly do anything from preventing climate change to light-speed traveling to immortality. And the possibilities would be far beyond your imagination. Time travel, and even get you the latest Apple AirPods you didn't have the money for.
But can it really? Researchers were asked to state a realistic year in which they might expect an ASI to be created. And the average came down to around 2050 to 2060. But before such a system can be created, there are a lot of obstacles that need to be overcome. And overcoming obstacles may not even get us there at all, seeing as 40% of asked researchers actually stated they did not believe an ASI will ever be created.
So first of all, there's no evidence that suggests it's even possible to create an AGI. Therefore, an ASI, artificial superintelligence, would be completely in the realm of speculation. So let us focus on an AGI first. Creating an AGI could possibly be done by putting a bunch of ANIs together, which is, again, artificial narrow intelligence, and calling it a day. You would have all these ANIs working together, but that would need an extremely big amount of computer power, which we currently do not have.
Moreover, an AGI would have to be capable of learning a completely new skill all by itself. And if it were just a bunch of artificial narrow intelligences strapped together in a big program, then it would either need a human to program a new ANI into the system, or it would need very careful guidance and possibly tons and tons of data to train properly. So it seems more likely that the AGI would have to be a single system with the same capabilities as a human that is also able to learn a new skill by itself. And currently there is no technology that would even allow us to create anything like this.
Moreover, an AGI would have substantial hardware requirements. And we currently do not have this. Researchers are already looking into new ways of building computers. But we are still far away of achieving anything that could manage such an AI.
So when you look at the prospect of an AGI, general intelligence, from a technical perspective, it seems that we're out of luck. And there will be no AGI and thus no ASI, and there will be no immortality, no time travel, no light speed traveling, and we will be stuck with the boring old self-driving cars and facial recognizers. But don't lose all hope yet, because these current technical limitations could be entirely solvable. In fact, they are already solved for us. We only need to look at ourselves.
Every person in this room has a personal system that is greater than the best supercomputer, is smarter than any AI, and uses less energy than a laptop. It's your brain. If humans would succeed in creating an artificial brain and connecting it with a computer, then what still stands in between the discovery of AGI?
But can we create our own artificial brain? There are so many brains in the world, and yet we know so little about them. And this is obviously due to the ethical restrictions regarding human brain research. You cannot just go around and do a bunch of random experiments on living humans. But in recent years, PET scans have given us very valuable insights into the inner workings of brains. And there already exists a supercomputer that is able to simulate human brain activity on a small scale.
Okay, so let's imagine now that a company does manage to create an AGI. How do we know it will not use it in a bad way? First of all, we don't think that an AI will destroy the world by itself if it's programmed without bias to do so. But you never know if there's a person with malicious intent behind the control panel, or maybe even just a person that makes a fatal mistake. So we believe that ethical guidelines and security measurements should be made to prevent companies or even countries to create such a dangerous and powerful AI. We don't believe that only one person would have enough resources to create an AGI, but by creating these guidelines and measurements, countries and companies would have a more strict guidelines to stop them from creating something dangerous.
So in conclusion, the capabilities which an ASI might have look all rainbow and sunshine. A system that could solve any problem that it is given would certainly have a profound impact on our day-to-day lives as well as society as a whole. But before such a system can be created, there are a lot of obstacles that need to be overcome first.
As you've heard, computing power is not really that great. Even though you hear of the supercomputers around us, they're not enough to be able to process or even train such a system. So even though researchers are already working hard on this, we don't know how far we are.
So what if? Suppose an AGI would be created within our lifetime. Then the exponential growth towards an ASI would be only one step away. And what will happen after that? Will the human race be wiped out, or will Homo Deus become reality? The fact is that we simply do not know, and only time will tell us.
Nonetheless, we are excited and to look at and perhaps even help future AI developments. And with this talk, we hope to have given you a small insight into the big world of artificial intelligence, where humans are beaten at their own games every year. Oh, and by the way, the other face was also fake. Thank you.